This meeting is now being recorded.
Thank you for joining us today to talk through SC3001, Needs Assessment Priorities and Program Outcomes. I'm Heather Justice. I'm the Director for the Division of College, Career, and Military Preparation, and I'm joined here today by Susan Patterson, who's our Director of ESSA Accountability, and we'll be talking specifically about reporting for ESSA and how this aligns with Perkins.
So the purpose of our webinar today is to provide school districts and district administrators updates on reporting requirements for Title I Part C of the Carl D. Perkins Act and the Every Student Succeeds Act federal grant program. We are here to provide additional support to districts in understanding coordinated use of funds between ESSA and Perkins grants. For LEAs, 2017-18 was the first year of implementation of the Every Student Succeeds Act, superseding NCLB and reauthorizing the ESSA. This first year of ESSA implementation, TEA implemented a new schedule, Schedule PS3001, Needs Assessment, Priorities, and Program Outcomes. The intent of this schedule was to facilitate LEAs identifying and prioritizing needs, implementing evidence-based programs to address priority needs, aligning ESSA-funded programs and activities to TEA strategic priorities, and developing 3 to 5 student outcome-focused SMART goals, both short-term and long-term, to evaluate how effective your ESSA-funded programs were. As a reminder, everybody has seen this slide before, I'm sure. TEA staff and LEAs are working together across Texas to align our activities and our resources according to the Commissioner's 4 strategic priorities. In the second year of implementation of PS3001, TEA is taking a different strategy. We will be moving to SC3001, a special report called Needs Assessment, Priorities, and Program Outcomes to facilitate coordinated use of funds between ESSA and Perkins.
It's important to note that SC3001 does not replace the Perkins local plan. Rather, LEAs use information in ESSA and Perkins local plans to align the activity. This is designed to ensure that CTE has a seat at the table in ESSA planning and to demonstrate how the actions in the Perkins local plan support ESSA's goals. And again, you'll see here the point is to connect these activities between ESSA and the Perkins local plan and show how we can effectively coordinate the use of funds. A reminder, Perkins funds still must be used in accordance with the requirements in the Carl D. Perkins Act of 2006, where funding must go to benefit students in career and technical education. In areas where Perkins funds are allowed to be used, please ensure that the individuals who benefit from the activity are directly serving CTE students.
Those of you at LEAs and ESDs across Texas who completed the ESSA consolidated application for 2017-18 will be familiar with these steps that you found in Program Schedule 3001 in the ESSA application. Step 1, under ESSA, LEAs conducted a comprehensive needs assessment to identify priorities and then prioritize them towards greatest needs. Following that, LEAs will be organizing needs by strategic priorities in SC3001 in the 18-19 school year. Step 2, LEAs listed programs and activities and will list programs and activities funded by ESSA in the SC3001. In Step 3, LEAs provide information on ESSA funds budgeted to support strategic priorities, and then this year we'll show how Perkins funds support ESSA-funded programs and activities.
An example of this you'll see on the slide. So here we actually take a look. The first box you'll see on the right-hand side of the screen is an excerpt from the Perkins local plan. On the left, you'll actually see the programs and activities in SC3001. So in this example, we're talking about supporting early college high schools with course sequences that offer opportunities for students to enroll in college credit-bearing courses in the fields of health science and business. you'll see where these two items were specifically taken from the Perkins local plan and inserted into SC 3001. On this slide, again, the LEA is planning to use Perkins funds to support technology-related professional development at the early college high school previously mentioned. And so here, the LEA is showing how the funding that they were already using in Perkins would also be utilized here within SC 3001 for ESSA. So again, the purpose for the LEA is to show TEA staff how they're making those connections between ESSA and the Perkins local plan. This screen demonstrates the related sources of funds where the LEA would be pulling money from. Again, the intent here is to show how Perkins funds support ESSA, and this just demonstrates where the money is being utilized currently in the Perkins local plan and how that money would then be entered into SC 3001 for ESSA.
And finally, as LEAs did for Schedule PS 3001 in the ESSA consolidated application, LEAs will be developing 3 to 5 SMART goals for the new SC 3001 report for ESSA and Perkins. SMART goals will be student outcome focused, meaning increases in what students know or can do over the course of the school year. Please note that TEA will be developing additional resources to facilitate the effective alignment of Perkins and ESSA funding. If you were completing your ESSA application last year, you will be familiar with the recommended uses of funds, abstracts, and the strategic priority guides, which provide multiple use information for LEAs. It offers information on recommended uses, information on allowable use of funds across multiple federal grant programs, and also lists best practices that are allowable under Perkins and ESSA funding.
This concludes our presentation. We really want to thank you for joining us to listen into this information. If you have questions on how to fill out the form, specifically SC 3001, please direct those questions to Susan Patterson, and you see her information listed on the left of the screen. If you have programmatic questions for career and technical education or on how this aligns with the local plan, please feel free to contact myself, Heather Justice, and my contact information is on the right on the screen.